be Michel's boss until the end of last year. Now I'm with the Finnish, in FAO with the Forestry Department. Now I'm with the Finnish government and hopefully still can keep in touch with the agroforestry issue. Let me do this sum up in 3 points only, and I think that several of us perhaps already discussed this issue in Nairobi exactly 1 year ago, and the preparation has been going on regarding this agroforestry policy issue, starting actually before already August last year. And I'm going to touch upon the concept and the idea, then the substance, what change we're talking about, and then how to go about it, how to continue. I think these are perhaps, and I try to not be too violent regarding what you have said, but of course I have to shorten down a lot. I think that nobody has any contradictory ideas regarding how good the concept and idea is. I think your examples and what you have said actually have given support to this initiative, and many of the arguments speak for themselves, so I'm not going to repeat those. Let me just say that it has been repeatedly said that agroforestry is already practiced in so many places by so many farmers, and the examples of the agroforestry systems, they are just abundant. And it's above all about livelihoods. I think we have to repeat that it's about livelihoods, and then we have a lot of other things also. And why then the APA and this concept? I think it's about the awareness of the opportunities that the APA includes, the opportunities to expand the sound agroforestry and so on. And we have had good examples from Bangladesh, India, Africa, even Europe at the last moment came with examples of things that already exist. Then to the substance and to the change, if we go into this, partly already very well working and existing, but there are room for improvement. I understand that we are not talking about a revolution. We are talking about not abandoning agriculture policy or forestry policy. Nobody proposed anything like that. I think, well, beloved child has many names, as we know. So we are talking about rural policies and agroforestry systems, etc. I think we are talking about the gaps and the area, the zone in between agriculture and forestry, rural policies, and as you have so well pointed out today, we have these boundaries between the sectors. We have to go more cross-sectoral in order to include, that's my interpretation, to include agroforestry into agriculture, into forestry, and at least abandon those obstacles that we have heard about, not being able to cut the trees. We have to find out about the ownership rights, the user rights, and make it clear so that the farmer at the field level has the full right to make use of the natural resources. So I think you have the substance in place also, and you have identified that it is not easy to make this simple for the policy makers, so we need a policy concept. That's what it is about. Okay, I stop here and just say that the perhaps most difficult thing may be, but already ICRAF has done a lot, and you have support from UFRO and others, as we have heard, but how to go about it, how to start a process. And I think that the national level has already been emphasized, as it should be, very, very strongly. But I think there is a need for some kind of forum You have the Congress, the World Congress on Agroforestry only every 5th year, so that is too seldom. So you have to have something, some forum, some place to discuss this in between. Foresters somehow seem to be even more interested, and somebody said that we have to keep the agriculture on the hook also, and I agree that well, look at FAO, the forestry issue is with the forestry department. So I think that encompassing now those in this room and beyond the organizations to continue without delay, without any interruption would be my humble proposal, August, to you and your Director General and collaborators that I'm sure that you can find for this partnership as already confirmed by several of them. So with this I stop.